open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Looking at the paddocks, up and at the casa. Don't know what I'm doing, pass out from the pleasure. It's all that's up in my mind, make it come in a time. Do this now forever, make sure you are all mine. Leave you done and drop your pants up and it's all so good. Grab your feet and move on, so know what I want, no speaking. I grab your knees with open legs, with what I do you're leaking. Just alright and all the spots are non-stop, hear you mooning. Little bitch, I got that top, I sit now with the joking. Face it down and ask yourself and spread the bottle loving. Just see your face now looking back, your office has me rising. I fuck you hard now as I kill my dick, now we'll be spraying. Now I go and start the joking, tell me when to go on. I squeeze it tight so you can move and spread the ball you locked on. Throw the keys and kick it down the push, I won't be stop on. Make it shake now up on night, bitch don't plan on move on. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can close them in the spreader bar. Forcing open legs and you can.
You're not my man. You're not my man.
Yeah, it's
You're a
got
genius.
very, very corny moments. Make sure this
There's
is
a I like the girl who plays Crazy Jane though. She can get it.
factory.
That
You're not
works.
recording my soundboard.
Because we don't use the soundboard for
Yeah, we never use
interviews.
it for interviews. All right, let me get Shunned up in here.
Yeah, you should have just had Devil. What was it called? Piano for him.
Facts. Alright, let's see where he's at. Let me record this screen.
Oh, shit, that was quick.
Yeah, it's that good connect. Ew. Alright, hold on. Let me get this screen record. Get the screen recording going. There we go. Alright. Alright, we just finished up our episode. That's
Okay, that's all good.
yeah. You ain't
How you guys
you
doing?
ain't catch the EST, man. Nobody ever catches it, man.
Yeah, like,
Where is he? Not here, obviously.
no, I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Pretty
Go,
much.
Go
Yeah.
Badgers.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Pretty much the only thing they know how to do here is make potato salad and cut grass.
Is the potato salad that good?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's alright. Like, it really depends. Like, we just kind of get used to it. I guess deviled eggs and, like, green bean casserole.
Your
and other
jam.
things, but
Deviled
yeah,
eggs.
yeah. I fuck with green bean casserole pretty heavy, though.
I feel like green bean casserole is very underrated, man. I've seen a lot of people
is.
just ignore it at like Thanksgiving and shit, and I look for it. I'm like, it's not bad, man. It's got to be made right, but it's not bad.
You honestly, it's because the other people that are stuck in their ways. They're like, I don't like green beans. It's like it's smothered in fucking soup. Like,
Yeah.
just eat it.
Yeah, it's literally, and that's childish shit though. People need to grow up.
Exactly. Yeah.
But all right, sir. Thank you for jumping on and chatting it up with us.
Yes.
You got two of us today because we always miss this. I feel like we only do our interviews with like two people. But anyways, I'm John D. Contradiction, and this is Mark right here. He's the most hated. That's Mr. M right there. He's actually he's actually doing your next project, and he's hateful as fuck.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
He's the
I'm
toughest.
super-
He's the toughest.
I'm super spiteful.
He's the toughest reviewer I think.
If you breathe wrong, that's it.
Honestly, it's for the better. I prefer critiquing like to its extreme, just because like, what's the point if you can't take it? How are you gonna handle 1,000 people critiquing you? You know,
And it's also better too because it's like we like to do the spicy shit because we figure if it's just oh man, this isn't good and it's regular, no one's gonna fucking care. But if it's like, bro, this shit is garbage, you get crazy with people like, yo, I gotta listen to this. So it's like either way, it's good still. You know what I'm saying?
I've probably
Exactly.
given people more streams off my negative reviews than I have my positive.
yeah.
we need to
Honestly, and honest opinions, like most people don't like them, but I prefer them. Honestly, what's the point?
Yeah, you
know?
want people to be real with you. Like we don't want like that family member that's like, oh, this is fun, and it's like that shit hurts.
Yeah,
you show them your
exactly.
music, it's like, oh, this is fun, this is cool. Your little rap thing, you're like, well, you go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. Like we
We're
ain't
no
family
longer
more.
family anymore.
Yeah, like
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
well, and then
painful.
like I fall underneath like that weird category just because like when people see me, they're probably like, this guy's a metalhead. No, Not at all.
You don't like metal at all?
Well, like it's all right, but I prefer rap. Honestly, I always have.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm the metalhead of this thing right here. Pretty much what's going on.
So
which is
so
always
what
usually
did you,
it. But
what did you listen to growing up?
Korn was my favorite band growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then like the stereotypical angry white kid Eminem.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
as per Lord Jamar.
Yeah. And I just slowly got from there. And then at the one point, obviously Limp Bizkit, like every other angry white kid. When I was 7 years old and there's nothing else.
It's a dark era because like a lot of people don't want to admit it, but there was a point where Limp Bizkit kind of ran the world, like music, where they kind of ran a lot.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like
chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water, man.
Like Rollin' was fucking trash, but people like, how did that get so many views? Like if you really look at it, if that was released now, they would not make it. They'd be like,
I
these
would
guys
knock somebody out to that song, though.
Yeah. Oh hell no. That song was fucking trash. Then they had the Method Man song.
Yeah, exactly. They tried, you have to give them credit.
Hey, but they worked hard, man. I remember strange side fucking. We're gonna go on a lot of tangents. That's what we do. But so I actually had a homeboy I used to go to like hardcore shows with and whatnot. He was in one of my favorite Long Island bands back in the day. And he was like a hip hop cat. He always had the hat on. Even at like hardcore shows, he always had like the fitted big baggy t-shirt. He looked like a white member of Dipset type of deal. And we were talking about music. I was in his studio once, and this was off of my hardcore band's like second project. And we were talking about a show that I went to see. I was like, yo, fucking Rage Against the Machine was fire. I went to go see Rage. Yeah. And I'm like that. And he was like, yeah, but Limp Bizkit stole the show. And I was like, what? It like blew my mind. But he wasn't the only one that thought that.
Yeah. So like, it's crazy, though.
It was crazy. Government mind control.
Via Fred Durst.
To a certain extent, yeah, exactly.
Dude, Fred Durst is a pioneer, man. He had a sex tape. He did all the things that people like, the Kardashians did. Fred Durst was the first Kardashian. Like, he did what they did, He had the sex
and he made it socially acceptable to wear a backwards hat. Like, most people that do that look, in my opinion, look like fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, he pulled it off.
Yeah, because you can't picture him without it.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't tell you what he looked like without it. Fred Durst. What's he
doing
right now?
He just has no top of his head.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, it's just hollow. Yeah.
I wonder what he's doing this second. He's probably just like, I wonder if people are talking about me.
He gets the papoose shape up.
Papoose, man. That's my guy. But, man. So thanks for hopping on. Introduce yourself for everybody so when they hear this and whatnot.
My name is Andrew. I'm from Wisconsin. I rap under the name Shunned. Unfortunately, because Amish shit destroys me in the search history, you're going to have to type Shunned Rapper to find me. But eventually, I will beat out their horse and buggies and I will take their place.
I didn't know that, but I love that.
That's hysterical.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dude, Amish people, they're popping right now. So they're
it's my family, bro.
I go on YouTube and I type Shunned. And let's say there's like PBS specials, I'll report it for copyright infringement, so my shit moves up higher on the list. That's no bullshit.
Yeah, see, that's something I could get with, Anybody, when y'all listen to this, y'all need to type Shunned and just start reporting all that Amish shit.
Yeah.
Because technically,
so if he uploads it and watches this, I'm the reason your video's been removed.
And you know what? Yeah. They won't be mad because Amish people, they not supposed to use electronic stuff. They don't want to be on YouTube. So you know them a solid.
So many videos anyways.
Who's recording the Amish videos?
Who are PBS hires, Probably some sketchy guy in Craigslist, who my guess, honestly.
Yeah. Who's like, I love their culture. I won't lie.
I got $50 in a Canon. I got a Canon T2i. We got this.
Dude, there was a point in my life where I was like trying to convince my old roommates, like, bro, we need to go out for Rumspringa and like see how they really party. You know what I'm saying?
And crush cheeks.
It would be interesting.
Churn cheeks, bro. You got churn cheeks, bro. That's what I'm here for.
All about it.
So, all right. So, Shunned official. So, one thing I want to ask. I'm gonna start it off rip because we got a lot of good origin stories on here. How'd you get the name?
Honestly, it's just the way I've always felt. I've always not been afraid to express how I look or how I feel or anything like that. And Shunned is very fitting. I've never fit into the category or cliques or anything like that, and that's always rubbed people the wrong way. So
because people are weirdos.
Exactly.
Yeah, people are weird. They're like, you know what? He don't even mess with me. I don't like this guy, or he won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are
And like
clowns.
the dumbest thing, like especially modern, just because of like the whole Aquaman movie, the number of times that I've been told I look like a gothic Jason Momoa has pissed me off. Just because I was like, fuck off.
They're not lying though, bro. They're not lying.
I like that.
If you let the dreads go,
Yeah,
grow a little bit more facial hair, I would be like, I bet goth Jason Momoa.
Exactly. I just need to.
You goth Aquaman, man. Maybe you should do a project, goth Aquaman.
I could. It would actually work. But then I'd have to go on like that stereotypical SoundCloud route, and I'd probably like,
Yeah, you don't.
I have the face tattoos, but like at least they're tasteful, At least I think they are. They look like birthmarks.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's no. I don't see a sword or a gun on there, so I don't know.
I got a knife on this side.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's tiny. It's not going to be like the Post Malone bullshit across my hairline or anything like that.
Always tired. I need to get that tattooed on me because it's the truth. Always tired.
Yeah, it works, and it's fitting because I hardly ever sleep. I try to sleep, but it's not for me.
No, then all three of us are bats. We're just sit there and just.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
exactly. It works.
Oh, that's how I am. Everybody's always like, "Oh, how do you function on no sleep?" And I'm just like, "Am I talking right now? This is literally it. Like, it's just what I know. Like, just because I don't conform to your fucking sleep."
I shotgun extra large coffees, not beer.
See, yeah, I'm not a drinker. Never have been. I've never actually had a sip of alcohol in my entire life.
What?
Yep, legitimately.
I respect that. I respect that
Thank
because it's government poison. It's everything is government poison, but it is. It's a fucking.
I
like a good drink.
Not
but
everything's government poison.
I had a
not everything's government poison.
Everything's government poison. Don't get me started on my woke shit. Everything's government poison. But I do enjoy a good drink, but it's because I know I had a super depressed stage in life where I started drinking.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I knew what I drank it for. It's to erase shit. I mean, I don't drink anymore like that, but still, it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, but people were like, yeah, I don't drink it. Huh?
You drink bearded beers like me. You drink the hipster shit.
Not even, bro. I like a Guinness because to me, it's like, this is acceptable as an adult chocolate milk.
No.
Because I know me being like just this big light-skinned cat, I can't order a chocolate milk at a bar.
I played beer pong with Guinness one time. And man, did I regret it. I was like 17 years old.
Delicious. You became a man. You woke up with hair in places you never knew it would grow.
I've always been a hairy individual, so.
Facts. I can't say that. I just got this.
I would say you just started connecting your mustache to your beard.
I gotta brush it. But anyways, it's a sad world. Light-skinned cats just aren't blessed. You know how many oils this took? But anyways,
mine doesn't connect either. Don't feel bad. I just grow out the side so it looks legit.
There you go. There's ways around it. Shit that barbers show you. But
see, look at that. Yours fully connects. Yeah, very nice. Handsome boy.
It's those eyes. It's those pretty eyes.
Exactly.
It's those pretty eyes.
That's gonna have to go in my bio for the website, man.
Just put
baby eyes, quote. Hateful one.
You just have to put quotes, handsome boy dash on. That's like I like to give people like super awkward compliments all the time. Like there's this dude at my job.
That's definitely an awkward one.
Well, I'll go up to people and I'll be like there's this one guy, he just started, and I go up to him like, have you been white your entire life? And they just like look at me and they like don't know how to process it. Or I'll like compliment people's calves, or I compliment the space between their eyebrows, and I ask them how long they've been working on it.
Dude, people don't like shit like that, and that's great.
They don't. Well, and then especially like fun. I notice like in general, just from me walking up to people, I make people very uncomfortable because like I'm big and they don't know how to process it, and they don't expect the shit that comes on my mouth.
Okay, you're big. Dreads, exactly. You're big with dreads. You know what I mean,
dude? How long? I have a question. I'm new. Well, not new to the lock game, but how long does yours take?
So I've been locking my hair for 2 years, but I've been growing my hair out for 7 years.
Okay.
So my shit's long as fuck. And like at first, it literally it was such a bad process because my hair was paper straight. Yeah. So I had to back comb it, and it took probably a full year to actually like turn to locks. Before that point, it literally just looked like I was homeless as fuck and had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what I went to. It's like it's got to be a process. Like I had the cheat code. I had my girl. She did that too, but she did the crochet needle.
Yeah.
And that shit, it was damn near instant.
Yeah, it speeds up the process very, very fast.
Dramatically. So I was just like solid. Like I got the little starter ones, and I'm like, oh, it's the awkward face, but my hair grows fast. And then it was just like five months in, it's just like I'm good. I can almost do a ponytail, and now I'm solid. Like,
see, and that's good that you at least knew about it right away, because I didn't know about crochet hooks with dreadlocks until like after my first year mark.
Oh, so you was.
And I'm like, this would have been so helpful before, instead of me walking around. You know, it was so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But I dealt with it.
Now you're here. Yeah. Now they look good.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Thank
they
you.
They look legit.
Except for like one of the funniest things is like occasionally there'd be like that old dude that walks up to me that thinks he's funny, and he'd be like, "Oh, got a spider in your head. Fuck off. Like, just mind your own fucking business," you know?
Yeah, it's like, that joke would work if we were in Australia. Like, what fucking spiders this fucking big guy? You know?
That's true, exactly.
It would work if you were in Florida.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Florida.
Not here. No, Wisconsin, remember, potato salad, that's it.
There's very few things. Like, you ever hear something and it sticks? Like, anytime I hear Wisconsin, I'll be like, man, I heard the potato salad.
It's
and
really
I don't know.
good.
Yeah, and I feel like people are just going to look at me like I'm crazy. You know, like, I'm just going to blurt some shit out that I'm not 100% sure is real, and I don't know if I'm being trolled. I'm going to say it. Someone's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Or they'll go along with it and be like, yeah, actually, I was there one time. It was fantastic.
Oh, that'll hype me up, because then I'm going to just use it more. Then I'm going to go out of my way to tell people, like, yo, did you know?
Wisconsin's got the best potato salad out here.
Like, why is it the best? But anyways,
not cheese or anything.
No, at all. Yeah, California took that away from us. Like, now literally Wisconsin has nothing anymore.
They have potato salad.
We have potato salad. That's it. Yeah, they should change the license plate, because this is the dairy line, and we've been taken out of the dairy line a long fucking time ago. So yeah, home potato salad.
Home is potato salad.
Yeah.
So is the mayonnaise just bomb?
I mean, it really depends. I'm not really like a Miracle Whip guy. Like, that shit's gay as fuck. I don't like Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip is trash.
Yeah, it is. I don't like that. Hellman's,
Facts.
Real mayonnaise.
Yeah, the shit. I want the shit that lasts 100 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes the same as day one as it does in day 30.
That's a fact. I want that shit.
Exactly.
That's the good shit. Like, the shit that people just buy and it lasts forever. Like, my mom probably still has the same mayonnaise as from when I was a teenager in her fridge right now. All right,
probably.
today.
Yeah.
And that shit's still bomb.
It's just like mine, You just age it.
That's why y'all got all the old mayonnaise. But so let's get into this music talk stuff. First, I wanted to know. So you found us online. You sent it. You sent it to us. How'd you find our page?
How I found out was actually a rapper I listened to, Bearded Legend.
Hey, Joe,
I killed him.
Man.
Yeah.
I killed him.
My man.
He posted a thing on Twitter about the album review, and then I saw it said under there, submit your album reviews if it's not for the weak hearted. And I was like, okay, I'll send it.
My man.
And then the first one was Step 1 to Becoming the Devil was the first one I sent in.
Oh, yeah.
And that album was fucking trash, so I honestly understand.
Yeah.
Like,
this was
like hearing my
Walk
progression and sound is insane. No, it was not at all. Like,
Walko went off.
Back. Exactly.
Yeah, -6
album. Yeah. And what's funny with that is, like, I removed it off of all streaming services just because, like, when at that time I was proud of it. I'm like, wow, that was my first project, and
it feels
was
good
cool
to finish something too. Like, once you feel like something's done.
Doomsday.
Yeah, he has a project out, and he can't even take it off all streaming. It's just out there, and he's like,
regret it at this point.
Yeah,
okay.
It's good, but
it's good.
Yeah.
But like, I listened to it today. Like, I listened to both your tracks, D Medi's track, Kairu's track, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's like a decent. There's like 10 songs.
It's 8 songs.
8 songs, and you can only listen to 4 off of it.
I only listened to 4, and like, I did everything.
Yeah, he produced. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
no, I'm good.
Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I listened to my first mixtape, and it's like, but then again, you know me, I'm conceited, so I'm like, yo, I'm nice, but I do know I was gypped on a lot of the quality and production, and and a lot of that stuff. So I'm like, man, I'm like, I'm very let down by it,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
for me. It was like when I first was starting to make music as Shunned, because I've only been doing it total for like a year and a half now.
Okay.
When I first started doing music as Shunned, I didn't really have like the sound that I have now. Now I actually have my own developed sound, and I feel like when you listen to my songs, I have an identifiable voice. They're like, that's Shunned. I don't sound like a carbon copy.
Johnny has said that.
That
you have a unique sound.
Because I did the second project. So I did I came
Demon Nation.
There you go. I was not even gonna try it. I was like, So I did that one, and I did note, I was like, as much as I was like, fully it wasn't for me, but I was like, there were some songs I was like, I did rock with, and I've been telling them, I'm like, it's very original. It's very original, and I'm like, I could listen. We listen to enough stuff all day. Like, we listen to a fucking too many projects. You know what I'm saying? We put out three reviews a day, and then on Fridays we put out like 6. So we listen to too much music, and we've been going for a year and a half strong. But I can still say, like, I've never heard. You know what I'm saying? There's very few artists where I'm like, all right, I've never heard anything like that. So I respect it. And me, I appreciate this a little bit more because I grew up listening to all types of music, but like I was like a big into like the hardcore scene. I liked a lot of death metal. I liked a lot of very, very death metal. Like, and I liked a lot of heavy shit, but I liked a lot of like, I fucked with older Korn stuff back in the day. I liked a lot of my girl calls it cock rock, but I call it like new metal. Like, I liked a lot of Static X type shit. And
like Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth is cock rock. See, she just calls everything cock rock. Smash Mouth is cock rock. Static X is new metal, and I'm like, there's a difference. But to anyone else, they don't want to hear either of it. So, but I always,
I'm one of those people.
So I always missed your sound. I was like, all right, I could hear pieces of like those type of like groups, but with kind of like a new age rap style. So it's got a lot of bounce to it too. So I'm like, that's very unique. That's two sounds I would never, like, if someone was like, bro, you want to listen to an artist that sounds like kind of like new age rap but mixed with like fucking Power Man 5000, I would be like, no, what the fuck is that? I've never heard that. I wouldn't even be able to process it. Usually you can like hear two things you could process. Oh, maybe that would be cool. I never even thought of it. Now when I heard that, when I listened to this project, I was like, I kind of see where he's going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Red Stamp or not, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I see what you're doing. And that's something that's dope to me because it's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It may not be for me or anyone else, but you still doing it. And that's more than anybody can fucking say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I make music, and I haven't made something that sounds fucking original yet. I'm trying still. So, salute to that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's because you're undecisive and light skinned. Relax.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I just listen to too much.
Okay,
I listen to too much stuff to be original.
This motherfucker has like 5 projects sitting in the cuff right now. Won't release anything because he doesn't like anything. I'm done with him.
Know what you do?
I'm done with him. And then he wants to. And then we're working on it. Then we're going to start working on a project together. And the only reason that's going to come out is because I'm going to force his ass to put it out.
Yeah.
But see, the thing
I'm done with this. It's done.
I write very fast, so like he'll be able to get it from me because once I send him my stuff, it's not in my hands. All the other stuff I'm working on is all in my hands, so I'm not giving it to him. I'm like, no, it's mine.
I have the masters, so he sent it to me. It's going to get submitted, and that's it. He's done. Yeah. He has no choice.
Exactly.
But see, that's the beauty of music. But like, I still like stuff like that. Like the fact that you have an original sound is something that I've always wanted to do, and I feel like that's why even you saying you don't listen to like metal and other stuff, I kind of believe it more so because like I listen to so much music that nothing sounds original, even stuff that I'm doing. Like I could write something and I'm like, yo, that rhyme was dope. And then I'll spend the next 20 minutes like, man, it probably sounded like this. Oh, you know what? It could sound like this. And then I'm ruined. I'm like, yo, I just plagiarized 30 songs. I took the from this and the O from that. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel fucked up. And I'm just like, oh, well, this song's trash. I had to throw it out. But anyways, that's hard as shit.
What was like the biggest turning point for me was like I released the first project and I noticed different aspects of that album that I did enjoy. So I took that into the next one. And then like my voice was something I always experimented with, and with Demonination, that was when I actually like developed my own voice, I feel. And for me, when I first released the Step 1 to Becoming a Devil, I knew the sound I wanted, but I didn't know how to go about doing it. So I did everything wrong, but it was a learning experience for me. So once I actually like sat down, recorded the following album, and I was able to incorporate all of that stuff into it, and then like now with the new project, the Unrequited, it fucking destroys any of the other stuff I did because now like I stepped up my production, I stepped up my mixing, mastering, all of that stuff to give it a more refined sound, so I don't blend in with the crowd. And like that's the one thing too, is anytime anybody asks me like what kind of music do you do, and I say I rap, there's that stereotype like, oh, like it's gonna be like this, and then I showed the people
rap or ICP.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I know. If you, I'm keeping it a bug. If you would have been like, if I met you on like fucking out of nowhere, and I never heard your music, never did a review, something you like, yo, I rap, I'd have been like, man, what kind of hatchet man shit you out here spitting? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly. No, and I understand the stereotype 100%. Yeah. But like that's the thing, is I like to blow people's expectations away. I don't want to have expectations of what there is, and I stopped caring of what other people were going to think of my shit. And I did that with Demonation. And especially this newest project. I was like, I'm going to make something and I don't give two shits what anybody has to say about it because I like it.
And then that's what it's supposed to be. That's when the music gets, that's when you start having fun. Like, that's when the music gets dope. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, these new cats, a lot of the cats that you see us get into, like, fucking comment wars and all sorts of shit on our page, it's because these cats are like, yo, I'm trying really hard to sound like this artist. And then when they put something out and you're like, bro, you don't sound like this, you sound like garbage, and you kind of sound like you copying this dude, that shit deflates them because they feel like they just spent all this time copying something that works for it to not work. And there's no fun in that. You're just pissed because you already started off on bad terms. But if you're doing some shit where you're like, oh man, I'm just trying to jam, I'm gonna have some fun, and someone shits on you, if you enjoyed it, you'd be like, you know what, hey, it's not for everybody. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to make music that, I mean, granted, it is for everybody because it's public fucking access. You want everybody to hear it. But if you're making music that you enjoy, then you could back it up by saying, well, you know what, I fuck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all that matters. And like, I like a good review too. Like, the reason I started the fucking page is because of me getting my ass handed to me, sending stuff to labels and whatnot. But like, you also need it too. Sometimes you need to be humbled. Sometimes you need to hear some other stuff because you never know. That little thing, if one person's like, yo, man, that shit's this and that kick drum is trash, and you're like, you know what, maybe that kick drum wasn't that great and that fucked up my whole sound, and you want to switch, you know, you never know what you can take from it. Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, taking critiquing is one thing, but like the people that can't take the criticism are the ones that aren't going to go anywhere. Because they're the people where, like you said in the beginning, you show it to your family, and like, yeah, if your 40-year-old uncle's like, oh, gee, I like those rhymes, so, you know, it's not going to make a difference at all. Yeah. And if you have somebody that's telling you, like, hey, step up your lyrics or step up your flow or anything like that, step up your production, anything like that, and if you literally can't take a small criticism like that, that's fucking stupid. I don't get it.
And it's like, it's fun, and that competitive aspect.
Keep
fun,
that energy, my friend.
Yeah, like, I want people to, like, because, like, real shit, like, people may not like it or whatever, but you have a unique sound, your shit's gonna gravitate towards a bunch of fucking, you know, like, I know off rip, like, I actually, the Demonation, I actually showed a couple of people that I fuck with, and I'm like, yo, a bunch of just cool, like, a bunch of old show cats, and I'm like that, and a lot of them was like, yo, this is kind of cool, I fuck with it, and I'm like, yeah, I know it, you know what I'm saying, I may not have loved this shit, but I'm like, I know it's gonna grab people because off rip it's unique, so that's a good look, and it's just like, what those other cats, just the ones who cry and fight back and all that stuff, it's like, what happened to that fucking competitive aspect? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love haters. So my biggest hater, it's crazy, my biggest hater is my older brother. My older brother, he raps, you know, every now and then. He used to rap and all that stuff. He's all, you know, he thug life. He looked just like Tupac. It's mad funny. So he even had the piercing back in the day. You know, he's bald. Like, it's crazy.
He's really embracing it.
Yeah, he is Tupac. So my brother's, he's very flow heavy. He rap. He do a lot of gangster shit. He rap about or whatever. And he always hating on me. Always hating on me. And what's crazy is anytime I write something and I'm like, I always have that, like, oh, he gonna hear it. And I know he's gonna hate it or hate on it, but I still want to be like, nah, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna go extra. And it makes me go hard. You know what I'm saying? It makes me go crazy. Exactly. And it's like, the more he hates it, the crazier I get. And I'm like, bro, if he ever turned around and told me he liked the music, I'd be upset.
Because you're trying so hard to get his approval.
Because then it's like, that's the ceiling. That's where I stop. And I'm gonna be pissed because I'm like, I don't want to stop. I want to just keep fucking getting better. And like, you need those type of haters to just, not to, like, you don't need to base your whole life on getting at them, but if they're in the back of your head and you're just like, yo, I'm trying to fuck them up at one point in my career, you know, you're never really gonna sell yourself short because you got that chip on your shoulder, you know.
Exactly.
And it's not wrong.
Johnny's my number one hater.
Fact.
No, it's the truth.
Really is.
John, he is my number one hater.
I'll tell you, I'm like,
nah. If I send him a beat and he's like, no.
Yeah, I'm like,
so like, oh well. How do you take criticism then?
I have no choice but to have tough skin.
Just he gives out the worst reviews, so people hate him. So he has to be able to.
I just hit people with a lot of K's, but I take everything in stride, especially when it comes to my music. I'm super new to this. So, you know what I mean? I just got into the whole producing thing this year. Blah blah blah. Put a project out, whatever. But I'm trying to get better, and I have the group around me that makes me get better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You need the people that are going to push you and want you to actually succeed. If you have anybody that's like intentionally negative to just try and cut you down, there's no point in having them around.
Johnny's intentionally negative, but it's for a positive reason.
Yes, see if it's for a positive
it's for a
reason.
positive
But if it's just like to try and get you to stop.
No.
Yeah. Those
So
people
you
are
cut
just
you
trash.
cut those people out.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
people
exactly.
are trash. Yeah, man. Like some people, like it's crazy because like I I've been in music for a minute and I mingle with a lot of rappers on just a regular daily basis. And since I started the page, I've always been a straight shooter when it comes to someone sending me some music and I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck with it, or I do fuck with it, and it's just. To me, it's like a professional courtesy. If you're a rapper and I'm a rapper, like as far as I'm concerned, you're in the same field as me, so I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like if you're a fucking oil worker and you're over here fucking some shit up, it's gonna kill 1,000 people, and you're like, yo, how does this look? You want the motherfucker to be like, yo, that shit's about to kill a bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
about to kill a bunch of
exactly.
people.
Yeah.
So, ever since I got the page going and these dudes see it, you know how rappers do. They're like, oh, something's making moves. I'm about to hit him up, and they try to get their little sneaky. Oh, I'm gonna send him a song and see what he thinks. See if they could get a free review. And we don't charge for reviews, but it's like I want to see if I get a little quick thing. And I still hit him with it, and these dudes like cut me off. These dudes like blocked me, and like even some of the ones like
I burned a lot of your friendships, man.
he did, and it's crazy because like it's funny, you know, because of Bearded Legend. So I reviewed one of Bearded Legend. I like Bearded Legend's sound. It sounds like some crazy Cypress Hill, eerie, dark shit. I like that.
Yep, exactly. That's what I like about it too.
That's nice. And he reviewed something, and he cooked it.
Yep, that's your review is the one I saw.
Yeah, it went crazy on Twitter. People was losing it. And then Bearded Legend don't talk to me like that no more. And I'm like, come on, like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's you know.
Okay.
I'm trying to help. Doug doesn't talk to me no more. Yo, there's a bunch of people that don't talk to me, and I didn't even review. I just posted.
I did. Those are just 3 that I did.
Yeah, they just don't talk to me no more. And these people I was cool with, people I've rapped with, like me and Bearded Legend's homeboy. You know his project, the BLDG. It's him and his boy Doug. Me and Doug had an EP.
Not anymore.
Like we had like 5 songs, and we was working on something. He don't talk to me no more because of this guy's review. Because of this dude's review.
Chernobyl.
Yeah, he called it Chernobyl. He fucked him up. But yeah, like. It's crazy because it's like, bro, like, I don't know, man. It's like, I feel like we're trying to do something for the culture that's needed, especially now because everybody thinks they could just jump in and do whatever they want. And that's just not how things go. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to just jump in the NBA and just be nice and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you got it. Someone's going to block you.
Yeah.
You know?
And also a lot of people want instant gratification too. Like nobody wants to actually like sit there and the shit takes a long time to get a fan base. And you know, if you don't get somebody, like, you upload a song and a month later you only have 50 streams and you're like, I'm not going to do it anymore. Nobody likes me. The shit takes time, you know, and dedication.
And people don't realize, like, it's even, that's part of the game, even to get streams. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, yo, when we cook a project, they get mad streams.
Yeah.
Especially if you know how to use it. We had one kid, and he was it Isaiah? We cooked him. His project was trash. Whatever. It is what it is.
We're talking about Mustache Man, right?
Facts. Yeah, he got the Freddie Mercury mustache. So he looked crazy, but he said it's a project, and we cooked it, and he came in the comments talking wild spicy, and it was like this whole thing. But then he messaged us. He was like, bro, this is a good look. He was like, yeah, it's a good look. I'm just letting y'all know I'm not mad, but I'm keeping it going. That shit went to like 200 comments. He was getting people involved, and I'm like, yo, that's a good marketing move. He showed me his streams. He had mad streams after that. I'm like, you used it for good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, even if it wasn't a great review and you may not, like, it's not the review you wanted, you can still use it to get those streams. I guarantee you that shit will give you a whole new life.
Like, you want to know what happened? Like, if I was all defensive and I was like, oh, go send comments to these guys, you guys would literally just get like every single Hot Topic shopper. Like,
love that. Yeah, love that.
Like, that's majority of the fan base is they literally look like they shop at Hot Topic.
Dude, the thing is, we welcome that.
Whoa.
Woo, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Woo, woo. Fago all day.
Exactly.
Dude, we tell people we welcome it. We're like, yo, if you don't like it, tell your fans to come kick our ass. Like, we don't care. Like, have a good time. Like, spread. And then what's worse?
All Smoke 2019.
I don't know what's worse. Them, the people who cry about it and like don't use it to their advantage, or the people who get like a good review and don't even share the shit.
I think it's that one.
Cause like
that one pisses me off the most.
Because if you put out a fire project and someone was like, it's fire, you got the listeners who already listened to it who are like, oh, I need to run it back. But then you got the people who low key hate on you on the side, and they're like, there's no way it's this fire. They're gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And then you just got the whole new fan base of the people that follow us, because we got people that jump on our comments, like other artists, like, yo, this artist is dope. Some artists even work together. So it's like you're taking that completely away from yourself, and it's like these cats don't know how to market. You know what I'm saying? it's a free review. You could fucking do whatever you want with it.
And there's so many things that people don't understand is like everyone wants to be a carbon copy of everybody else because like you said, there's a formula that works for a little bit and people want to gravitate towards that because it's an easy route out. There's no planning at all. And like for me, I understand in today's society, image is everything. I've always done what I want to and looked the way I want to, but like you're not going to see an average motherfucker walk past you that, you know, is 6'4" with pigtails. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you also used for your last project. I watch everything, but you used your image good. You took those pictures in the forest and shit. You had your eye. You know what I'm saying? You know the dark angle that's gonna get people involved. You know what I'm saying? That's great marketing. You know what I'm saying? It's great fucking marketing. If it's gonna make you curious, regardless of whether you like that shit or not. It's something that if I'm scrolling and I see some scary shit like that, I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be like, what is this? And that's one step. That's one win right there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's one win right there. And people just don't get that. Like, I think it's now to the point and people are like, oh, you know, a lot of this weird new age shit is going to last forever. But it's like, it's at the point where it's dying because I don't know anyone that, like, stops scrolling when they see someone holding money anymore. We're immune to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only people giving that is those companies that pay
Johnny,
for those.
remember the guy that was flexing on the train?
Yeah, we went to a release, album release listen that we got invited to. Salute to Alpha Black and fucking his extremely light skinned homie, MKHL. So we went to take the train out to Harlem, and this dude, bro, when I tell you this is the most insecure shit I've ever seen in my life. This dude had his name on everything. He had like a fake bulletproof vest and like a bunch of shit. And he came on the train with a stack of money, and he would in the mirror, like the reflection of the train, and then he'd look around. And then he go right back to it. And he wasn't.
What's the point?
He wasn't even like rapping. He had no headphones on. He wasn't singing nothing. He was just flashing this shit to himself in the reflection of the dark ass subway. You know what I'm saying? And then he left just holding it. And he was looking. When he looked around, it was like like a kid. That like
and you want to know what probably happened as soon as he went home? He was like, "Hey mom, I was just on the bus. All the guys look at me, thought it was really cool. Like,
here's your rent."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Here's your scratch off money, mom. I got it for you.
Mom is his roommate. Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, bro. It's like, what the fuck? And we were just sitting there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, exactly. That's very strange.
That's some deep seated insecurity shit. That's some insecure shit right there. Like that scares me, bro. Like.
The image in my head, though, like I'm picturing it, it's so stupid. Like the idea of it,
stupid on a packed train. It's like a train, New York City subway. It's like old people, there's young people. It's a bunch of weird. Like everyone looks crazy because New York is just a melting pot. It's like everyone's in New York. Yeah. Everyone looked crazy, and he just looked stupid in front of everyone. I forgot his fucking name. It was written all over his fucking bulletproof vest, man. I tried to find him. I remember I tried to find him, but
just to see if you could. But,
so I could review his project.
It was young something.
Yeah,
of course it was. Yeah. Younger Lil.
I wanted to find him so we could just snatch up a quick review and see how he reacts. See if he throws us some money emojis. But yo, that shit was crazy.
Watch, you would have found him. He was like actually good. Like
I would have been pissed.
Anybody flexing on a train, I was not. No,
but to himself, like that shit was crazy. And he walked out the train with the money. So it's like you got to think we're in a subway. He definitely walked from wherever, because you walk everywhere. You taking he walked from wherever he lived, took the train, and is still walking somewhere with that money flashing it. Like what the fuck?
10 years ago, 15 years ago, he'd been folded in half.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fact. And the
at
same.
At least he had a bulletproof vest, though. You know.
Back then we actually fought people. We didn't use guns.
Yeah, that's a fact. That dude's money. And what's crazy is like people would have reacted exactly the same. Everybody would be like, "This dude just looks stupid." Nobody would have helped. Everybody would have just stared while he's getting robbed. Like it's crazy, man. I'm like, what's wrong with people? But I guess that's marketing too.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, you remember the guy.
Yeah, I almost
looked
him up. Yeah, it worked. You know, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. He got us on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Oh man, but so we're gonna talk about. So you actually brought up, you mentioned like how you didn't like the first one, and the last one. How did that one get? Like, how was the reception? Because you said this is your second project in general, right? You just started.
Demonination. Yep. Mm-hmm. So Demonination. The reception for that was good. It's funny because the review for that one, you had mentioned that it was like Static X with a lot of crunch. And one of the main things that a lot of people said was that, you know, there's too much crunch in the bass. And and just
crunch,
in general, yeah, that's what I like about it.
Yeah,
honestly,
I like the. I mentioned I was like I kind of like the crunch.
Yeah, and like it was just honestly, it was weird because it was a really good mixture of people either like really, really liking it or just not fucking with it at all. Because I was still kind of getting the connections to be like, oh, Suicide Boys, which like just because it's darker sound I don't think I sound like Suicide Boys at all.
Yeah.
And like, so I still got some of those comparisons. And then some people
hear something and they're like, oh, it's white people shit.
that's-
Like, it
that-
sounds
that-
scary.
Yeah.
It's it's white
It's a
people.
comparative.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how.
Because they don't have nothing else to compare it to.
Yeah.
exactly.
And Suicide
Ghost
Boys-
Main's another one I got compared to
Yeah.
quite a few times with that project. But now with Unrequited, that album, I'm going to be interested to see the process with that because it's
To see
different
who
than
I
anything.
compare you to.
What's up?
To see who I compare you to.
Yeah.
It's
Because
gonna be rough.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. 'Cause, like, yeah, that project, it's so different.
So
Like, do you like behind the project or whatever? Did you do the beats, or do you get your beats outsourced, or how does that work?
So majority of the beats for the new project, I worked on a lot of beats for there. The only producer I worked with was this producer on YouTube called West. That is the only one that I actually like connected with, and most of those would kind of be like track outs where him and I would work together and try and like make subtle things and figure out how it works. Because the structure for my songs, I don't have like the set rhythm. It's kind of like there's certain points of the beat that I'll enjoy, and then I'll loop those, and then I'll use them because I don't like to follow the normal generic formula that I have to make a 3.5 minute song. I have a very short attention span, so sometimes my songs are only a minute and 20 seconds. So finding the beat to work for what I want to do, that is the most difficult part, honestly, just because I'm so picky with length. And that was a producer that understood what I was looking for, which was really nice.
yeah. Okay. And did he do stuff on a Demonation or?
No,
was that
this is
all
the
you?
only time. Domination was me, yes.
That's all you. You
Yes,
mixed and mastered
Domination.
everything.
Yes, all of
Oh,
it.
man, this
I did
dude-
everything by myself.
He talking my language. He doing all the shit himself. He understands the beauty of a review.
Yep.
It's a cool dude, man. It's a good dude. Like, I respect that. And I know Mark is probably gonna cook it up because he didn't like the last one, but I'm gonna be looking forward to this new project.
I don't like anything.
Yeah, it's a fact. Mark doesn't like anything. You fucking got a legend mad at us. But anyways,
Yeah.
I mean it happens. But I'm definitely
He wasn't
looking
mad. He was just not pleased.
forward to- The old heads, man. I felt like I was on punishment when I read.
Yeah,
his
we're
comment.
we're no longer allowed in DITC. That's definitely not happening.
Pissed. But anyways, I'm upset about it. But
Me too. Well,
yeah, your whole crates.
I've been digging in the crate for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to listening to it. I was gonna wait till it's on streaming because I could pick songs off of it that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole
Yep.
the early listen link. I'm just like, nah, I can't. Can't keep. I want to listen.
It started popping up because like I'm kind of a cheapskate and I don't pay for like the premium package for
distro kid?
uploading my shit. Yeah, so it started popping up. The only streaming service I don't think it's on right now is Spotify. I think it's on everything else.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. So once you got the art for it, you just threw it out there.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was waiting on. Just,
Alright.
I wanted to make sure it was in time for the Tuesday release, which is what I was aiming for.
Okay,
So,
dope. So let's talk about too. Like, so now that I know you don't listen to metal and stuff like that. What's the inspiration behind the lyrics? 'Cause you be writing some dark shit in there, and I like shit like that.
So
Let's
are you
get
talking
into it.
for my older projects?
We're gonna do
In
Demonation, but
Okay.
the ones that
So-
we reviewed, yeah, because we haven't listened to this new one, so we're gonna reference those first two.
So, Demonation. Well, first we'll go to Step 1 of Becoming the Devil. For that one, it was more so just I was angry. And the reason I got into making music was I actually experimented with some really, like, stupid shit. And I would just, like, freestyle dumb stuff and just mix and master that. And I wore, like, a ski mask. And I'm not going to say the project because it's super lame. But, like,
No,
I fucked
do
with it.
Do it.
Do it.
Don't be Johnny.
All right, so legitimately, I saw how popular the satire rap was becoming, probably about like 2 years ago. And so what I did was I made this character named Pookie, aka Ray Cousin. So what I did was I put all these beats together, I recorded this stuff, I learned how to mix and master, and pretty much I was just this ignorant person that put a black ski mask on, and my whole character was that I had a black ski mask on, so I could say anything because my face was black, so I could get away with it. So, yeah. So I did that for a little bit, and I started getting like traction on it, and I'm like, all right, is this really what I want to get known for? So I literally like hit up all of these people that did like video reviews and shit like that, and I'm like, hey, can you guys like take this down? It's like I don't want to like be known for this.
You don't want to be known as the blackface rapper.
He has a project like me. So I have a project out there, and I only like
and four
or five people in this world know about this project, and it's on all streaming. And it got big. It got like real. I still get like small checks from it. It got like traction in like Germany and like crazy places. And I'm like, bro, I don't want no one to know that. It's because like
that was like me with this.
For a year and a half, I've been asking him for this fucking project. He won't tell me.
Woo, no, one day.
You, switch up the name. Like, can you tell it's you by your voice in the project?
Kind of.
Or do you switch up your voice?
I switch up my voice,
dude. I know Johnny's voice from a mile away.
Yeah. Like people who know me will be able. They're gonna spot it quick. Yeah, but it's wild. It's very wild. It's super because it was me. This is like 2009. It was me and two very impressionable young cats, and we were like, "Yo, let's just make the most offensive shit we can make." Like, let's get crazy. And we spent like a whole day watching like just the terrible shit on the news. It was around the time like the earthquake in like Haiti happened, and we made a whole song about like we made raps, and we just started getting wild. And it's like a 10-track project, and it is so offensive. And I'm like, bro, this is the shit that comes back to like get you like canceled off TV shows and shit like that.
Okay, so I will tell you about a project I did when I was 15. It was in 2005. If you open up about yours, mine, I guarantee you, the name alone will do.
Just do it. Come on.
I'll tell you first if it makes you more comfortable.
Please, Johnny.
Man. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Come on.
So, in 2005, right, Clerks 2 was a massive movie, right, when that movie came out. So me and my friend Anthony, we went out and we saw Clerks 2. We thought it was super funny. And we always liked music. So the very first time that I ever actually recorded music was when I was 15. So in that movie, they have that the part where the dude's doing the bestiality shit, right? And on the back of his shirt, he's trying to say like, "I want to get porch monkeys brought back. I want that to be like."
Take it back. Yeah, take the word.
So what we did was, we grew up in Milwaukee, and we were the only white people in the entire area. So we decided, wouldn't it be funny if we made a rap group called Albino Porch Monkeys?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What we would do is we would make this like super obnoxious shit, and what our thing was Steve Irwin. Like Steve Irwin had died, so we made a song about Steve Irwin, how he died from a stingray and all this shit, and like everything that was like edgy, we were trying to capitalize on, and it started getting traction, and that was like the MySpace days. So our good friend Don,
shit, man.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
love terrible shit. It's crazy.
Exactly. And like then, that was like with LimeWire and all that shit. So we would just like steal instrumentals off LimeWire of like popular songs. And we would just roll with it. But like that shit was so ridiculous. And then, now you have to share yours.
Now you have to share
I'm
yours.
not going to give the name, but I will give the rap names. So it was me, and that's all you can get. But it was me. I'm gonna send it to him. I'm gonna send it to Shunned, but you don't get it. But it was me and two of my homeboys.
Why not me? I'm not gonna. I won't tell anybody.
You're gonna use it against me in the future.
No, I won't. We work together.
I'm gonna be like getting like a Pulitzer. You're gonna be like, by the way,
I'll be after the project.
But it was my rap name was Killer Ice Cream. My boy was Killer AIDS and Killer Clap, and we were three. We were just three terrible people, and that was the theme of it, and that's it. That's all I'm giving. But I'm gonna send it to him. I'm gonna send it to Shunned, but it's super fucked up.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but you the only person. You'll be like the sixth person because I know you'll appreciate it. But it was wild.
I'll send you a link to Steve Irwin. I still have some of the of those tracks. So.
Dude, this is crazy too. Back when we were doing this stuff, it was all like Fruity Loops. We were like, this is like my boy was learning Fruity Loops, so all the beats are like they sound like Nintendo type shit, but they were like kind of dope for what they were. But it was very very wild. But you'll hear the ridiculousness going on. But but yeah, man, we don't like to hold you guys you for too long.
Use a bitch ass nigga.
No hate, sir. But
I'm gonna hate you forever.
Facts. But we don't like to keep you long. But if you want to plug in some stuff, let some stuff know. This is that part at the end. It's kind of like Hot Ones with the wings and stuff, and you let everybody talk their shit. I want to be on that show. It's a goal in life. But go ahead, man. Let people know the deal, where to find your pages, all that good stuff, and what's next.
All right, so pretty much if you haven't heard of me before, I highly recommend you look up Shunned Unrequited, because that's going to be my newest project. It is my best work, the most time I've actually spent on a project. Making sure everything's mixed, mastered, absolutely perfect. I wanted to make sure that this project was done just right. Unfortunately, the name switched due to unfortunate circumstances, but I made up for it by pretending to stab a knife through her fucking face on the cover. So I made up for it. And then if you want to find me on Instagram, you look up Shunned_official. You just look for me holding a bloody knife in my hand, dreads hanging in my face. If you go on Google, just type Shunned Rapper, I'll pop up. YouTube as well. If you just go under there, type Shunned. But if you do go on my Instagram, I'm pretty sure I have the links to everything. I post regularly on my story. You can find that out too. What's next is actually Bearded Legend. So their whole collective called Grim. I'm going to be playing at Grimfest in the end of May in Los Angeles. It's going to be May 31st. I'll be flying out. I'll be playing with Torchface, Nodis, Bearded Legend.
Nice.
A bunch of really awesome artists, all underground rap. It'll be really fun.
We reviewed Torch too from that Twitter post. Torch actually reached out to us from there too.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of people that were getting rowdy on that post, but they sent. So hey, fuck it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then another one is in August. I'll be playing Pirate Fest 3 in Ohio. Yep, I'll be playing that. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to play more shows around here, but unfortunately the crowd sucks and nobody really vibes with anything unless it's country.
Hometown. I feel like that's everyone's hometown. It's just weak. You have to go to the cities, like the big flash areas.
You gotta leave before they appreciate you.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
That's a fucking fact. That's right, everybody. Catch him as Shunned Official. Don't make the mistake. Last little funny story with you. When we did your first project, we tagged the wrong Shunned on Facebook. And one of the members of the band, like the metal band, just got snippy, and all of us cursed him out. Where he's like, oh, you know, this is actually for my band, and we're like, oh, my bad, and he's like, yeah, well, next time, just make sure. And I'm like, man, go fuck yourself. And we were like, fuck you. We cursed him. Went on his wall, like cursing. And he blocked us on everything. It was great. We jumped him. We internet bullied him, but it was
good. I appreciate that.
But yeah, man, yo, thanks for chopping it up with us. What I do usually, if you have like clips, I like to post for pretty much from Wednesday. It's gonna drop Wednesday, and from Wednesday till Wednesday, I like to post like a clip of your music or like video stuff just for the Instagram, because that's where we get the most buzz. So if you have like any clips and shit like that you want us to post on there, just send it. You know, you can send them straight to me, the email, or to the Not Your Man's IG, and then I can get them pre-ready and all that good stuff. Anything you want us to share, shit that's gonna get people to click, you know.
Yeah,
or if you want to just put your music behind like some fucked up shit that'll get their attention, whatever you want to do, you know?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, thanks for chopping it up, man. So, keep in touch for real.
For sure. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It was a good time, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to send you that project right now, though. All
right, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, I'll holler at you.
All right, see you guys.
Peace.
My heart now has a good home, but